Farrah Abram is making headlines again for dragging her former Teen Mom cast members. This time, she's throwing major shade at Taylor and Caitlyn. The two of them just launched a controversial new side hustle, and Farrah is calling the couple out for being hypocrites. The truth about why she's so angry at her ex-castmates is honestly crazy. Tyler recently revealed on Instagram that he had just joined an adult content platform. He added that his site will be managed by Caitlyn. The decision might have come as a surprise to some people, but there are a few reasons why it wasn't totally unexpected. For over a year, Tyler has been sharing pictures of his fitness journey on social media. Many of those photos show him without a shirt on, which isn't too unusual. But after many of his followers started leaving flirty comments under his transformation updates, Caitlyn had a bizarre idea. Instead of being jealous that people wanted to see more of Tyler's body, Caitlyn saw a way to benefit from it. She told E! News last December that she had been encouraging her husband to start selling adult content, but now that he finally is, Farrah is not holding back. Farrah just posted a video to her Instagram story that made her true feelings very clear. She slammed Tyler, Caitlyn, and some of her other ex-castmates for selling adult content and even included MTV in her criticism. Some people aren't happy about Teen Mom stars launching adult websites because of their own morals and opinions, but Farrah considers her former castmates' choices to be incredibly hypocritical. The reasons why she's so upset over it is seriously insane. In her video, Farrah explained that there's something funny about Teen Mom members who have been joining adult websites to sell their own content. She claimed that they're the same people who wanted her fired from the series years ago, which would be pretty ironic. Farrah was one of the moms on the original series, but she was let go by MTV in 2017. The network allegedly cut ties with her because of her work in the adult entertainment industry, but the entire situation was actually a little bit messier than that. In season 7 of Teen Mom OG, Farrah was confronted by Morgan J. Freeman, an executive producer of the series. He said that if Farrah continued to work in the adult entertainment industry, she would be breaking her contract with MTV. But that wasn't the only reason she was on thin ice with the network. Morgan also told Farrah that her treatment of the producers and camera crew had been extremely disrespectful. Her terrible behavior wasn't new though, and it had been getting worse for a while. What had happened the previous years was absolutely awful. During the season 5 finale, Farrah had refused to film for a scheduled shoot. Another of the show's producer, Larry Musnick, told her that she would be breaking her contract if she didn't film. But the other issue he brought up was truly unbelievable. Farrah and her mom, Deborah Nielsen, had actually been filming with another network. They had been recording WeTV's Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars Family Edition, which Larry claimed was another contract violation. Anyone who's ever seen Teen Mom knows that Farrah doesn't exactly handle conflict well, but how she reacted to Larry's comments was downright shocking. Farrah angrily shoved Larry while calling him nasty names and demanding that he leave her property. She announced that she quit the show and went back inside. If she had done that to any other employer, she would have been let go immediately. But what happened instead was honestly so bizarre. Farrah was obviously given another chance because she was back for season 6. It really wasn't surprising at all when she was given an ultimatum and eventually got fired the following season. But the recent argument she's making about her former castmate members is surprisingly complicated. Farrah claimed that it was wrong of MTV to fire her because the network is still working with other Teen Mom stars who are currently selling adult content. Interestingly, there are some people who agree with Farrah and think that her argument is completely valid. Farrah's side of the story is nothing new. In 2018, she actually sued Viacom, MTV's parent company, for unfairly firing her. She accused the company of wrongfully terminating her and was seeking a whopping $5 million in damages. Viacom ended up settling with Farrah, but the details of the arrangement aren't known. But the company did say that they hadn't exactly fired Farrah. They had only asked her to decide between Teen Mom and her adult work. Viacom claimed that when Farrah chose to stay in the adult entertainment industry, she knowingly went against her contract with MTV. But it wasn't just the network or its parent company that had an issue with Farrah's controversial career choice. After the series took a break for a couple of seasons, season 5 marked the return of the entire cast, but because of Farrah's adult content that had just been released, Macy Bookout was in total disbelief. Macy refused to film and told producers that she and her family would quit the show if Farrah was on it. She didn't want her son Bentley to be seen on the same platform as an adult entertainer. She ended up agreeing to film without Bentley, but the issue with Farrah continued to grow. Farrah was upset that Macy had a problem with her adult career path, but none of the other moms seemed to think it was a deal breaker. At the time, Caitlyn and Tyler even said that Macy was being kind of a diva about the situation. That's why Farrah's recent attack is so insane. On the one hand, Farrah's argument could make sense. Now that other Teen Mom stars have joined adult content platforms and have been allowed to stay on the series, it's hard to see where MTV and Viacom draw the line. But the claim Farrah made in her video just doesn't make sense. When Farrah argued that people who had wanted her fired are the same people joining adult platforms, that's not true. Other than Tyler and Caitlyn, who didn't have an issue with Farrah's adult work, Janelle Evans was also called out. Not only has Janelle been kicked off the show as well, but she also hasn't appeared to have a problem with Farrah's work in the adult entertainment industry. The two have been feuding for years, but Janelle never seemed to target Farrah for her career path. But there's another issue at hand, and it's seriously unreal. Even if Farrah did raise a good point in her video, we still don't know the terms of her settlement with Viacom. It's possible that the company made it clear that Farrah's adult work wasn't their only concern. After all, the conversation she had with Morgan in season 7 made it clear that her behavior had been completely ridiculous. What's also crazy is that Tyler and Caitlyn have already responded to Farrah's call out. Tyler posted a message on his Instagram story that was actually pretty surprising. Tyler revealed that he understands why some people might compare his adult content to his former cast members' work in the adult industry, but at the same time, he doesn't think it's the same situation. What else he had to say was honestly unbelievable. Tyler added that he didn't partner with an adult production company and he hadn't hired anyone else to make content with him. He also made it clear that there weren't going to be any photos or videos sold on his platform that showed him in the act, if you catch my drift. Tyler didn't use Farrah's name in his post, but it was obvious that it was in defense of her argument. He even said that he wouldn't be pretending that any of his content was leaked personal footage like Farrah had claimed about her adult tape. But that wasn't all. Tyler also wrote that his content was only going to be revealing photos that he had previously sent his wife. Caitlyn also took to her Instagram story to set the record straight, and what she claimed was just as straightforward. Caitlyn said that there wouldn't be anything too inappropriate on Tyler's site. She implied that they would never share anything more revealing than just his steamy shirtless photos. Caitlyn and Tyler don't seem to be backing down from their decision at all, despite the backlash from their former co-star. Farrah's termination was probably because of her awful treatment and attitude, along with her work in the adult entertainment industry, but still she raised an interesting point. Farrah's recent claims have created a major online debate, and I want to know what you think. Do you agree with Farrah that she was wrongfully fired from MTV, since other Teen Mom stars are allowed to stay on the cast while also selling adult content? What are your thoughts on Tyler's decision to join an adult content platform? Let me know in the comments below.